welcome back to my channel, The Little Sewing Room. I'm Chris. I'm a bit late putting this one up. I was hoping to try and keep them fortnightly, but it's with appointments and things I've been a bit busy. But what I'm going to show you today is something that I made a while ago. I have mentioned in the past that I would like to, I'm making all these nice dresses, which I don't usually wear. I usually wear trousers and jeans most of the time. But I thought I'd like to wear more dresses. Getting out of the habit of wearing trousers is quite hard. But I have made some lovely dresses, and when we go out for a meal I do dress up. But we don't go out that often. But we've decided that we're going to try and go out a little bit more often, and also probably go away for a couple of days. With that in mind, I decided that I would make a couple of weekend bags so that we don't have to take a suitcase, because when we go we take the dogs and they sleep in a cage, which is their sanctuary. They love it in the cage, even if in the middle of the day, you know, you can think, oh, where's the dogs? You go and look and they're laid in the cage with the door open. They just find it, you know, safe in there. So but we always take it with us when we go away, for the dogs to sleep in. So with that in mind, I thought, right, what made me decide was we went, there's a garden centre near us called Dobbies, and there is it's in like a little shopping mall. There's a Waitrose and Holland and Barrett, a couple of shoe shops, a dress shop, and a Crafter's Companion. And I always call him Crafter's Companion just to see if there's anything takes me fancy. And we went in one day and we found this. And I thought, oh, that looks nice. So I bought the pattern and it cost me £9.99. Comes in this little wallet, and you get the paper pattern. And even with this, I always trace off. So I traced off the pieces, which are these, and then I made it up. Now it's quite an easy pattern. When I say it's easy, getting the lining in and doing things like that was a bit difficult. But the instructions are quite good, and it's fully lined, and as you can see it's got a flat pocket on the front. On the other side, I'll show you the one I've made. This is the one I've made. It's in the waterproof fabric. There's the flat pocket on the front, and there is a zip pocket all the way across the back. On the inside there is another pocket, and as I say, it's fully lined. Oh, it's still got a pin. Got some bits to cut off. And it's fully lined, and all the seams are encased in the lining, and I was quite pleased with it. It's the first time I bought a zip that you had to feed the pull on, but for a couple of nights away I thought it was ideal, rather than taking a suitcase, because I've only got big suitcases. So you can just chuck things in. Sometimes, I mean, there was one time we decided just to go for a ride out and ended up in Scotland. We didn't take anything with us except for the dog, because we only had one dog then, and it was a border collie. So we went all the way up to Scotland and then drove back again the next day, but we stayed overnight in a bed and breakfast. So I suppose it would be handy just to chuck some stuff in it and put it in the car, and then if the fancy takes, we can go off and do that. And because I made that one for me, I decided to make one for my husband. Now the one I made for my husband was one that I saw on YouTube, and they used an old pair of jeans for part of it, and seeing as we'd just been on a diet and lost weight, we had got some jeans, well my husband had got some jeans that didn't fit him anymore, so we've got the jeans on the bottom, and for the handles this is a different style. So the base is denim, the top is in the same fabric as the other one. This one's got two small pockets on that side and two small pockets on that side. This one's got a double zip. But there's no pockets on the inside. But again, it's all fully lined. And again, ideal for a couple of nights away. So this one has got quite long straps, so you could probably put it on your shoulder if you wanted to. And it's a good size. I'll show you the size of the bottom. Not overly big, but big enough that you can get enough for a couple of nights. And the fabric was easy to sew with. It's white on the inside, and then you've got this colourful pattern on the outside, and as I say, it is waterproof. So yeah, so all I've got to do is now try and find somewhere to go. So besides, oh, and the other thing, one thing it didn't tell you to do, on mine, I have put feet on the bottom. So that was a bit extra. At the minute, I'm up to my neck sewing things for my holidays. We go 4 weeks tomorrow. I have got quite a few things made and a few things that I need to still make. So at the minute I'm in the process of making a saguaro set, and I'm making it in this lovely black and white viscose. This is the spare bit that I've got left. It's cut out and ready to sew. I've already made one in a linen fabric. I don't think I've got anything to show you that. But I will show you those in my next vlog. And another thing that I'm going to be making is my granddaughter decided she wanted a pup. She's 17 and Mum has got 2 dogs and she wanted a dog. It might be controversial, but she decided to have an XL bully. The reason being, they've seen so many dogs that are being put down because of the new legislation coming in, and she didn't think it was fair, and if she could offer at least one home, she wanted to do that. So she got Solar. Now Solar is I can't believe how soppy she is. All she wants to do is cuddle you and love you. And she's been up and seen our dogs, and although Bobby took a bit of a dislike to her and growled at her, she knew not to go near him after that, so she just kept looking at him. But she's such a happy pup that she wanted to play. Poppy wasn't too bothered by her, which surprised me, seeing as she's the one who got attacked when she was a pup. And she's a lovely dog. I mean, I might be a bit controversial here, but I think the way the government has brought the ban in is wrong. They're taking it out on the dogs when it's the owners. Most people who have a dog train it and train it to be obedient and keep it on a lead, and you know, just the same as us. You know, we took our dogs to dog training and things like that, which they enjoyed. We used to do games with them and things like that that involved doing scent, so we'd hide something of theirs and they had to go and find it, and they really enjoyed it. It got that, you know, every time the theme tune for EastEnders used to come on, they used to come out because they knew they were going to dog training. So on a Monday night, I don't know how they did it, they must have an internal clock, but as soon as that theme music come on, they was up and they was wowing, come on, we want to go, come on, we want to go. So, you know, they enjoyed it. We didn't do it because we wanted to do it, we took them because they enjoyed doing it. And she's tried to do everything right. She's registered the dog. She can't have a neutered yet because she's too young, but she's already looked into that. She's got the muzzle, and she was muzzle training her before the ban come in so that she could get used to it. The dog doesn't like it. She's a well-behaved dog. She, even though the ban hadn't come in, when she took her out, she never let her off the lead because of the ban coming in, and she thought, well, it's stuff giving her a chance to run free when she's out, when it's going to stop. So she says, rather than let her do that, we'll do it from the beginning, and then she won't miss it because she's never done it. But as I say, she's a lovely dog. I mean, she's not the type of dog I would have bought if I wanted a dog now. It's a young person's dog. She doesn't pull when she's out, but I can imagine if you don't train them and they were pulling, that you've got to be really strong to hold them back. She's tried to find someone who will help her train, and of course, because of all this thing with the government, people won't take them. She's insured, she's done everything right that she should do, and she's trying to be a good dog owner and do things right, and because of this government ban, it's making it twice as hard, which I think is unfair, because in a lot of cases where there are dog attacks, it's the way the people who own them have trained them, or not trained them in some cases. But anyway, I'll get off my high horse now, and the reason I'm telling you this is that although she's a lovely dog and everything, she's nesh. She cannot stand the cold. Even in the house with the heating on, she lays under the radiator. And she's had a food allergy, which made some of her hair fall out. And so I've said I'd make her a dog coat. So we went to Chesterfield one day last week, and while we was there, I was just having a quick look at Hobbycraft at some patterns, and I found this one with an assortment of dog coats on it. I mean, this one is the dog coat and a bonnet. That one is an all-in-one with a hat. That's a Christmassy one. That one is a very girly one with frills on. And then your basic dog coat. So I've told them that I will make her a dog coat, and I've got some, I'm making a pink sweatshirt for my holidays, and I've got enough left to make the dog coat, and I've also got some fleece that I've got left from making some snoods for Christmas presents last year. So I thought I shall make her a dog coat. So that's the plans. I'm just waiting for him to get the measurements. I've given her a piece of paper with the measurements I require, and she's going to measure and then let me know what the measurements are so I can make the dog coat for her. And it's fit to wear in the house because, as I say, she does get cold. Didn't help that my daughter's boiler broke down nearly a fortnight ago now, and she's in rented accommodation, and the landlord got the plumber to come out, and he needed some parts, so she had to wait a bit. So she was about 10 days without eating. And she says that she'd been sat there one day with a hoodie on, and all of a sudden she felt Solar, the pit bull, the XL, stick her nose underneath her hoodie, climbed up her legs, and ended up sat on her knee with her head poking out the top of her hoodie. When I say nose, just the nose. And she says she just wanted to be warm, so she cuddled up. And that's how cuddly she is. And when you think about how big these dogs can be, I mean, she's not as big as, she's only 6 months old now, so yeah, it's amazing when you see her. You don't think that she'd be, she thinks she's a Chihuahua. She thinks she's only little. She tries to climb into bed with the other dogs, and this cat, my daughter's got a couple of cats as well. And she doesn't mind anything. She don't mind who she plays with, so long as she's got somebody to play with, she's happy. So that's another thing I've got on the go when I get the measurements. And as I say, I am making things for my holidays, and I will be putting things up. But I just thought I'd come on and do a quick vlog on this weekend bag. As I say, it's quite an easy make. It's the first time I've done anything where you've had to put the zip in and line it, and the instructions were really good. And they also do a lunch on the go bag as well. I don't think you can see that because of the glare. That's better. But yeah, I quite enjoyed making it. Just need, like I say, to find the time to go away for a few days. It'll be after his holidays. What I was thinking, it would be nice if we could go somewhere where there's a fabric shop, and then I could call in the fabric shop while we're there and have a look around to see what they've got. I have thought of trying to get to Jenny's Stitches and First for Fabrics and one or two of those. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I haven't got much else. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully you'll get another vlog in a couple of weeks. So I'll see you soon. Bye.